What's good, Skins fans? This is kind of old news, but we want to speak on it because the draft is only 5 days away. We're going to talk about KJ Hill. We're going to talk about Bryan Edwards. We know the Redskins met with KJ twice at the Senior Bowl and at the Combine as well. We know that they've met with Bryan Edwards at the Senior Bowl. They met with him once. They might have met with him multiple times, but what we're hearing is that they met with Bryan Edwards one time. Those are the two receivers that I heard. They also met with Michael Pittman as well. There might be another receiver that I might be leaving off, but I know they met with Michael Pittman out of USC. They met with Bryan Edwards out of South Carolina. They met with KJ Hill out of Ohio State. Now, these are the realistic options that we have in the third, fourth round, or fifth round. Michael Pittman's more of a third round guy. KJ Hill might drop to the fifth round. I think KJ will be there in the fourth round. Bryan Edwards will probably be there in the fourth. Might be drafted in the third round. Now, he did have the foot injury, so that's probably the only reason why he dropped. A lot of people are saying if he participated in the combine, he might have went up. If he was actually healthy, his stock might have risen, and he could have fooled around and been a second round pick or a third round pick. And he might just go in the second round pick. The way the receivers will be shuffling and flying off the board, we might see a guy like Bryan Edwards might be taken in the early third round by us or in the second round. I think he's going to be there. I think if I had to bet money, I think Bryan Edwards would be available in the third round. Now, channel announcements as well. I am starting channel memberships. I will be starting that. So that's kind of cool. I'll put the link in the description when I start it up. So I'm eligible for that now. So you will be getting, it's about $3 a month or $4 a month, $9 a month. There's different options you can pick. So like if you want to get an emoji next to your name when you comment on live streams, when you comment, you get like a special badge when you comment, things like cool, just cool little stuff like that. And then you get a channel shout out in the description. Every video I will shout out your channel. It could be about, I can talk about the Wizards and I'm still going to shout out your video. If you're a Redskins YouTuber, whatever YouTuber you are, you could be a fan of the worst team in the world, the Cowboys, or any other team, and I will still shout your channel out in the description box if you do sign up and subscribe to my channel membership. So that's pretty cool. We'll be starting that, and then there's different things you can get discounts on my Teespring line if you sign up for a channel membership. So that's pretty cool. We'll talk about that another time. So about KJ Hill, I'm pretty excited for the draft. I can't wait. It's 5 days away. It might be less than that. Actually, it's 4 days away. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. It's kind of like Christmas. We haven't had live sports or live sporting events. I did watch the MJ documentary last night. That was awesome. I had a good time watching that. But I just can't wait for a live sporting event. I can't wait. Now let's get back to KJ Hill here. He's one of my favorite wide receiver prospects. I really like him a lot. If Michael Pittman and Chase Claypool are not available in the third round, I wouldn't take KJ in the third. I would take KJ in the fourth because, they're calling him a slot receiver. That's kind of what he is. We already have Steve Sims, and I really love Steve Sims. I think he should start. I would not be happy if he doesn't start. I think he should start if he's healthy. My starting receiving core right now is, of course, the two shoo-ins for me is Terry, of course, and Steven Sims to start at slot. Now, KJ could come in. Maybe he would be a slot and be a backup slot for Steven Sims. Or who knows, he could play on the outside, if he gets better and learns his craft on the outside. Now, the only concerning things about KJ Hill is the 4.6 40. That wasn't as fast as people wanted to be. But watching KJ Hill, he's not the fastest guy. He's a great route runner. Every time I watch Ohio State, he was scoring touchdowns. He had 10 touchdowns, had a lot of catches with Dwayne Haskins the year before. The familiarity with Dwayne and KJ Hill at the Ohio State connection. So I think KJ would be a great addition to this team. You can always have a great backup slot receiver. I only want to keep 5 receivers on the roster, 6 at the most. I know he kept like 6 last year with Robert Davis, and he was let go in the middle of the season. But I would love to have KJ Hill. I wouldn't get KJ Hill higher than the fourth round. I wouldn't take him in the third. I think you gotta try. We just gotta hope and pray that a Michael Pittman drops or a Chase Claypool, or a lot of people have a mock draft with T. Higgins from Clemson dropping to us. I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe T. Higgins, another mock draft had Colorado. Laviska Shenault dropping to the 66th pick in the third round. That would just be a dream right there. So KJ Hill would be a great pick. He has good hands, great route running. Not the fastest guy, but he has the connection with Dwayne Haskins. Even though the connection last year with Dwayne Haskins and Terry was a little slow, I don't know if that was coaching or what, but it didn't really get going until that Eagles game. Nothing really got going for Dwayne until the Eagles game anyway. But the connection between Terry and Dwayne their chemistry wasn't really great until that Eagles game. The Lions game was rough. So I don't know if he has better chemistry with KJ than with Terry. Who knows? But KJ is the all-time reception leader for Ohio State. So his stats and his work speaks for itself. KJ Hill is a baller. He would be a great addition to the team. Bryan Edwards is 6'3". He's kind of what we're looking for, a bigger receiver, an outside guy to help out Terry McLaurin, because we already have the two guys who are quick and speedy with Terry and Steve Sims. We just need that big possession receiver, which I think it can be Kelvin Harmon, but I think we need one more receiver. Cody Latimer, we'll see what he has. I'm not a big believer in Cody Latimer. I feel like we can draft a rookie and they could come out and beat Cody Latimer. I feel like we could draft two receivers and they could come in and beat Cody Latimer. Like if you end up with Mike Pittman or Chase Claypool, and then we we get the compensation from Trent Williams, who I'm hearing is supposed to be traded during the draft per Peter King. If we can trade Trent, for that Vikings trade and get 2 fourths or a fifth or something like 2 fourths and a fifth or 2/3, you can get a quality receiver. You can probably get, Van Jefferson. You can get John Hightower from Boise State. You can get so many guys. Devin DuVernay out of Texas. Quincy Cephas out of Wisconsin. There's a lot of guys. Isaiah Hodgins out of Oregon State. There's a lot of guys that you can look at in the 4th or 5th round. So I'm really hoping we trade Trent as soon as possible. We get at least 2/3 or 2 fourths and a fifth or something like that. I just don't see us getting a first for Trent, but Bryan Edwards is great, man. The only concern is the foot injury and the injuries that he had in the past. Has great hands, not the fastest guy again, but he will body you and box you out, jump over you and catch the football. Great guy. He's been outstanding since his freshman year at South Carolina. They compare him to Allen Robinson from the Bears. He's 6'3". I can see similar a little bit to maybe Alshon Jeffrey back in the day with the Bears as well. So Bryan Edwards, the Redskins, I can tell they want somebody like Bryan Edwards. He's a big guy. We just need a big, tall receiver. Now, it doesn't have to be a big, tall receiver. If you're good, you're good. You don't have to be 6'5", 6'6". For me to want a receiver like that. We just need Terry needs some help, man. I don't care if you're 6 feet, as long as you go out there and get it done. That's all that really matters to me. So, Bryan Edwards would be a good pickup. I feel like KJ Hill, once again, like I said, Isaiah Hodgins, Antonio Gandy Golden out of Liberty. He might be there. He should be there in the 4th round, in my opinion. He might be a 3rd round pick, but I feel like Gandy Golden will be there in the 4th. So, another channel announcement. We'll be going live tomorrow at 7 with Protect Sports. I'll put his channel in the link as well. We'll be going live with him. He did a mock draft. I've done a couple mock drafts. Might be doing a mock draft live with you guys. You guys can comment while we're doing a mock draft and let me know how you guys feel about the picks that we make. So we will be going live tomorrow at 7 on the channel for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half at the most. So make sure you stay tuned and be there for that. And of course, I will be going live on Thursday at 7. The draft starts at 8. I will be starting at 7 because our pick is the 2nd pick. So you got to get there early. You got to get there on time. You can't be on CP time, and you cannot be late to the draft because our pick is the number 2 pick. So you got to be on time. Y'all know what I mean with CP time. So, and last thing, KJ Hill, there are rumors about Christian Kirk. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of rumors and stuff like that swirling around. Christian Kirk from the Cardinals. They threw our name in there. I want to say they threw the Cowboys' name in there, being interested in trading for him. But I think that's dead in the water. I don't think the Cardinals are taking offers for Christian Kirk. He's another slot receiver. I don't think we need another slot receiver unless we draft somebody. I think Trey Quinn won't make the team. I don't know what's going to happen with Cam Sims. Cody Latimer's on the fence. So like I said, I would keep 5. You guys can tell me what you guys would do with the last spot on the roster with Trey Quinn. We got to see who we draft first, and then we'll talk about the receivers who I think will make the team after the draft and things. I'll be making a video about that, our wide receiver room, who I think will make the team. Like I said, I'm not a believer in Cody Latimer. I want to see Cody Latimer do well, but I'm just not a believer. I feel like we can draft a young receiver and come in and beat him out. Trey Quinn, who knows, and Cam Sims. I'm a Cam Sims fan, but the clock is ticking on his time in Washington. Maybe he could transfer to a tight end, but who knows? So we'll see. I like Bryan Edwards. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Bryan Edwards over KJ Hill, but it's really, really close just because we do need another big receiver instead of getting another slot receiver to play behind Steve Sims. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Hail to them Skins. All right, y'all. Peace.